Thanks, partner. Now to our continuing coverage of a major moment for Detroit. For the first time in 12 years, the city to elect a new mayor. 9 candidates are on the August primary ballot. The top 2 will move on to November. Our Carolyn Clifford sitting down with each of them to find out why they think they are ready to lead Detroit into its next chapter.
Detroit has come a long way. It has bounced back from bankruptcy, reimagined its future, and proved its resilience to the world. With Mayor Mike Duggan stepping down after more than a decade, the race is on for new leadership. So we are profiling the candidates who want the job. Each one was asked the same questions. Next up, Mary Sheffield.
One of the perceived frontrunners in the Detroit mayoral race is the youngest Detroit City Council president ever, Mary Sheffield.
I am a daughter of Detroit, born and raised here in the city of Detroit on 7 Mile in Livernois in Sherwood Forest. And my entire life has been dedicated to serving the city.
Her mom, an educator and nurse.
From my father's family of civil rights and social justice, organizing and mobilizing. And they taught me that when systems don't work for the people, you change them.
And this is a critical time.
What's the biggest difference Detroiters will see between your administration and Mayor Duggan's administration?
Yeah, I think, again, the last 10 years has been about how do we get basic city services up and running. I think my administration now is about how do we rebuild.
When it comes to corruption,
what systems will you put in place to ensure transparency and public trust?
Everything that I believe that we will do as an administration will always be transparent and accessible for Detroiters to understand how we reach those particular decisions.
When talking about education,
I will be forming this task force, this coalition, to bring people together to really start to talk about how we address literacy. How do we address school absenteeism, after school programming and tutoring for our young people?
And unification for longtime Detroiters and newcomers?
I think it's really about ensuring that everyone feels a part of it. Everyone has to feel as if the growth includes them, that they're getting a piece of it.
We also discussed gun violence among our young.
I have attended so many prayer vigils, rallies, funerals, seeing our young people lose their life way too soon. It is something that I'm very passionate about addressing. First and foremost, I believe that we should have an office of gun violence prevention in Detroit that actually addresses gun violence as a public health crisis.
I asked Sheffield for the one thing in her first year, if elected, that would define her legacy. She named 3: raising the income, activating the commercial corridor, and
I would say if we can create significant structural property tax reform, which means that both businesses and residents will have a reduction in property taxes, I think that would stop a lot of the issues that we see with residents leaving Detroit.
And her final message to Detroit?
I have a track record of delivering for this city and always ensuring that the people have a voice in that process. And to have that in the mayor's office, we haven't had that in quite some time. I think is going to be just so instrumental in the growth of Detroit.
You can watch my entire interview with each candidate on our website, WXYZ.com. For 7 News Detroit, I'm Carolyn Clifford.